Right now at 6 o'clock, suspicious packages were sent to election officials across the country, or at least tried to be sent to it, and that includes an incident here in Connecticut. We'll tell you how it was discovered before being delivered.
It's been a month since the devastating floods across the Naugatuck Valley, and this morning, a new study that examines flood risks shedding new light. So Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is going to have the latest there.
Also, workers and people who live in a Waterbury nursing home are speaking up over the facility's anticipated closure.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good morning. We're so glad you're starting off your day here with us at Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus America Areas.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Let's start with a look at the full moon last night. Did you see it?
I forgot to go look.
It's all right.
No.
It was pretty illuminating the clouds when I walked out the door this morning, but I wasn't looking closely at the moon. But here it is. This is what the harvest moon looked like.
Let's be.
Glad we got to see it.
Let me cover your bases for a second, Erica. Most people did not get to see it because of the thicker cloud coverage. That said, when we had some photos coming in, we were like, okay,
Somebody
some
saw
of you
it.
got lucky.
That's good. Still there.
And if you did, you got a pretty cool thing to look at. It was a bigger than usual moon, and of course, part of it was covered. It was a whole combination of astronomical stuff going on. Let me flip this over because that is absolutely not what we need to see this morning. Let me show you this graphic coming up. I think we're all talking about the moon. Forgot to turn on the system. Come on. There you go. You like that, huh? Scattered morning fog is what we have. 28 years. I've never been able to get that perfect. More clouds, little rain tonight. We have an unsettled forecast. We'll talk about that coming up. Satellite radar picture has some clouds out there now. A little bit of fog in parts. It's mainly confined to river valley areas. It is patchy. There's rain to the south, but it's not moving up here just yet. That said, by the end of the day, we may get a couple of drips in the forecast. 59 in Hartford, 61 in New Haven, with the dew point still behaving quite nicely in the 50s. We have a temperature that is going to be starting to turn down a little bit as we get to the upper 70s. That is seasonal for later on today. A lot more in the way of clouds. We'll talk about the rest of the work week forecast coming up. Wait, hang on.
Somebody back there is helping you out, that's for sure.
I don't know what you're talking about. Can you hand me my wallet, Brendan? I'm just going to give a couple bucks to the crew.
No, all right, Matt, thanks so much. 6:02, I don't think you could do that again if you tried. We are looking at an incident over in East Lyme this morning. Just want to let folks know that there is a water main break in the area of Route 156 Main Street. So both directions of that roadway are closed this morning at Bridebrook Road and Chadwick Place. So just give yourself some extra time if you typically use that as your travel. 95 northbound near exit 73 and 75. Minor delays in East Lyme because of road work that's wrapping up this morning. I just want to let folks know of a crash over in Westport. 95 out by exit 17 southbound left lane is blocked this morning. Expect some delays in the area. You can see that there on your screen. All right, 6:03. Tim and Erica, back to you.
Well, this morning, the National Association of Secretaries of State is condemning what it calls a disturbing trend of threatening actions toward election officials.
Yeah, the FBI said it's investigating suspicious packages that were addressed to election officials in more than 15 states, and one of them was sent here in Connecticut, or sent to Connecticut. Thankfully, though, it was intercepted before getting to its intended destination.
Fox 61's Angela Bavaro was joining us live at a post office in West Hartford this morning with the latest on this. Angela, good morning.
Erica, Tim, good morning. And the Secretary of the State's office here in Connecticut says an envelope containing an unidentified white powder was intercepted at a mail center here in West Hartford. The office getting notification about all this yesterday morning. And this is the second time this past year that suspicious packages have been mailed to election officials in multiple states. Now, concerning this latest incident, the FBI and the U.S. Postal Inspection Service are investigating the origin of similar suspicious packages sent to or received by election officials in more than 15 states. Some of those include Alaska, Colorado, Georgia, Indiana, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Missouri, New York, and Rhode Island. Authorities say there were no immediate reports of injuries or that any of those packages contain hazardous material. In a statement, the National Association of Secretaries of State wrote, quote, "We have continually spoken out against previous suspicious letters sent and the first assassination attempt of a former president and current presidential candidate. This must stop, period. Our democracy has no place for political violence, threats, or intimidation of any kind." Now, that envelope intercepted here in West Hartford that has been sent to the state lab for processing. Still lots of questions about this morning, including who that letter was addressed to, where it came from, and also the motivation behind it. Again, all of that under investigation. We're live in West Hartford. I'm Angelo Bavar, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Angelo, thank you. We appreciate it. Well, it's been 1 month now since the Naugatuck Valley flooded. It was flooding that claimed 2 lives and crippled the area's infrastructure.
Yeah, now the Connecticut Conference of Municipalities is working to mitigate the issue with a study that shows how Connecticut desperately needs updated procedures and maps to mitigate flooding concerns. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live at Oxford Town Hall with more on who this could help.
Well, all the way from the Naugatuck Valley up to the north end of Hartford, of course, a lot of people deal with that flooding on a pretty regular basis, just depending on where exactly they live. But now the Connecticut Conference of Municipality Leaders say that unless something drastic is done and measures are taken, unfortunately, this will just continue to get worse. They spent about $100,000 on this study, and it aims to address the growing concerns surrounding flood risk across the state. Now, that could be from coastal flooding, high river levels, or just simply excessive rainfall that overwhelms the drainage systems. Experts say the drainage system flooding is the most common among impacted Connecticut residents. The report research began about 2 years ago. Experts saying this year's flooding concerns just further prove that something really needs to be done here. The report outlined roughly 30 recommendations. Those range from updating FEMA's state flood hazard maps to reintroducing parts of last legislative session's failed climate resilience bill. Experts tell us by implementing a number of the recommendations, it doesn't even have to be all of them, residents who are facing chronic flooding issues in the north end and, of course, other areas all the way down to the coast could get some relief. Now, until then, the goal is to understand who is impacted the most and start from there. But this is not going to be an overnight solution. Those leaders tell us that they do plan on recommending some of that into a policy option that could be proposed during next year's legislative session, and then they can go from there. It won't happen overnight, but they say these could definitely be long-term solutions. Live in Oxford, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Brooke, thanks so much for the update there. All right, 6:07 now, and the man accused of stalking and harassing a UConn basketball player reportedly said on social media that he wanted to marry her. Robert Parmalee appeared in court for his arraignment this week. A state trooper found him walking along a highway near Bradley International Airport late last month. Now, Parmalee allegedly told the trooper that he flew across the country coming from Oregon to see Paige Beckers at UConn. Police tell us that the trooper arrested Parmalee when he learned that there was an arrest warrant out for him for arson. Police say they found an engagement ring and lingerie in his possession. Parmalee has been ordered to stay away from Beckers. He's also been banned from UConn's campus. The suspect does have a criminal history with similar charges.
While the number of car thefts in New Haven is down compared to last year, one person who lives there says his car's already been stolen once, and he recently stopped it from being stolen again. And now he's calling on city leaders to do more to stop these crimes.
I'm right now scared to have my daughter go around the corner to her friend's house because she may get run over by a car. I was in and out of the house in under a minute. They happened to be rolling by, saw the car, jumped into it, and started driving off.
Well, officers in the city said they're limited as to what they can do.
If it's just a stolen car, the state considers that a property crime. We're not allowed to chase for that.
But they do have options. Police said they can rely on the use of stop sticks to puncture tires. Also, they have a GPS tracker called Star Chase, which they can attach to stolen cars and trucks in real time to track them. Work's also being done to create a regional task force to stop car thefts. And of course, the police are reminding all of us to lock your car doors, don't leave them running unattended, and don't leave any valuables inside.
Wow, that happened so quickly. Jeez. In less than a month, Abbott Terrace Health Center in Waterbury is going to shut down. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services said it's pulling the nursing home's federal funding for not meeting minimum health and safety standards. More than 100 people live at the facility, and we're told that they are going to be moved to another home. Workers and people who live at the facility are speaking up.
They'll send me out. This has been my home. They've been good to me.
I'm scared to death. I have nowhere to go. My brother lived with me before, but when I came here, I can't get up and down stairs. I can't do anything like that. So when they said they were going to close this place, I was really scared.
Athena Healthcare releasing a statement saying, quote, "We continue to make every effort to collaborate with the Department of Public Health and the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. We appreciate the support and passion of our residents, families, and employees as it acknowledges the vital role that Abbott Terrace has in the community."